what I know about Christopher Columbus. Christopher Columbus was he's an explorer. He died after four travels around the world. He named South Salvador, and he made the great world land of America. He's been to the great land of America. He actually made it the great land of America. As his history has gone through so many barriers and he's gone through so many challenges and so many wars, he's managed to survive. But the war he had on the fourth day was actually not. He died on the fourth day of his travel. He was he had a lot of men. He had three ships guiding him: the Pinta, the Pinta, the Nina, and the Santa Maria. Those were the ships that he had guiding him. But one time in his travel, one of his men wanted him to turn around the ship, but he refused. He wanted to discover India, prove that the world was round, and never wanted to stop until he gets the spotlight and until he proves that the world is round. He on one of his voyages, when he was going back from South Salvador, he had a problem, and then one of the people that was sailing one of the ships thought that they could overtake Christopher on the Santa Maria. They thought that they would overtake Christopher and beat him all the way to back to Spain. He's traveled so many places. He's met so many people, and he made on his trip to India. He thought that the Americans on one of the Caribbean islands he thought that they were Indians. They had reddish brown skin. They lived in huts and used spears. They used spears, bows, and lots of native things. And they used to kill animals, and not even they used to kill the animals in their lands and used to eat them raw, not cooked. And they even went through so many challenges. But the most challenge that motivated me to make this was the challenge where he went to South Salvador, and then now the people didn't like him, so he had to attack them. They had to attack them and keep them as slaves because they didn't find him much. They found him as an intruder and a person that doesn't want peace. But he said one time to his crew that he doesn't want all of this war and fighting and so much battling. And so now they made peace with them. They showed them so many everyday things that now the natives were like, oh, what was that? Oh, that looks so cool. That must look expensive. And then they made friends with them. They made friends with Christopher and his crew. And then when Christopher and his crew got back to Spain, they reported the good news to the queen. Oh, and did I remember that they also wanted to take over, find land for the queen too. Not only to find India, proof that the world is round by going to the east, not the west. He also wanted to get land for the Queen of Spain, Queen Isabella the First. And then he wanted to get on one of his voyages. He always had he had challenges and he had opportunities and challenges. So, and even he only had push factors, not pull factors. And his trip to South Salvador, they had a pull. They also had a push factor because they wanted to get out of them. They first wanted to get out. They first wanted to colonize the place, but now when they were leaving, they really missed the natives and made friends with them. But on a voyage, they came back there, and then the natives were very happy to see them. But some of them weren't too happy. Some of them were just angry because they still hated Christopher's crew. So thank you.
Give me. Okay, we're going to ask some questions now from the audience. Are you ready, Taia?
Yeah.
Okay, we're going to
Throw
go.
them at me.
Throw them at you? Well, we're going to throw them at you. 1, 2, 3, 4 to begin with. Question 1.
Taia, what were the pull and push factors we wanted to? You're just saying that the pull factors and the push factors. You wanted to say what they were, and I want to know how it relates to the compass points and the challenges and the opportunities.
Let me start with our first question. What the push and pull factors? They weren't really any push factors. They were only pull because he wanted to voyage around and prove that the world was round, and he wanted to colonize. Queen Isabella wanted him to colonize the whole world, for them to be like the rulers of the world. The world is at their own hands, like this. So now they weren't actually any push factor. He wanted adventure in his life. He wanted some decency of adventure and to the thrill of getting into finding out other things outside Spain. He wanted to adventure the whole world and get to know about other tribes and other people outside of that spot they had. So not only he met some other people, and he was hoping that he'd never see barbarians on the way, because barbarians are the adventure stalkers. They normally stop the adventure, but barbarians are not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about pushing.
Mawish referred to the compass points. Can you tell us a little bit more about the compass points that would come through that came out of your inquiry?
The compass point, the good side about let me start with nature. When they reached to, let me do it in sequence, like before and after. Before, and if that happened. When they entered there, the nature was perfect. They had a lot of trees, a lot of nature, a lot of apples, a lot of every sort of animal, naturized thing there. And after, the nature was still good, but they were also not so good because they had to go through war. Some trees had bullet holes, like when you shoot a gun through wood, the bullet goes through the wood. So now they were gunshots. The trees were starting to die, and there was a lot of drought. And then after if they made friends, actually, if they stayed there for a very long time, they'd have cut down all the trees, cleared the land, left only 2 or 3 or 5 trees there, and nature, not even a single bit. Nature, they could have, the place could have been like some kind of deserty landscape that something like something like came from.
What about one of the other compass points?
Economy. When they got there, they were ready to take up matters into their own land. And then when we got out, they didn't have much of economy.
You don't think they were trading or swapping
They
things?
were trading. Yeah, they were present and trading them after they made friends.
Why do you think they were trading?
They were trading because because the natives, for example, a golden bell, one single golden bell is like, the whole world into your hands, or the whole universe into your hands. And so now even one single golden bell, they trade that for anything they had.
Is there any other question that you want to ask?
The challenges and the opportunity.
What challenges did he face and what opportunities actually came out for them to move forward?
The challenges they had were